Disclaimer: all the character and incident are fictional and everything is imaginary. FF, so don't compare with your own life. It's just based on imagination, not on reality. Jungkook pulled up in the front of his house. Then he put the car on the parking. He glanced at her and his heart raced as she looked at him with a small smile. Thank you for the ride, Jungkook. His name looked unreal from her mouth. Whenever she called him Jungkook, he felt his heart beat faster. And please don't tell about it to Appa. About what? That you dropped me in the front of my boyfriend's house. Jungkook's heart flinched, but he hid the way his chest tightened in pain. And thank you once again. She smiled again and opened the door and stepped out. While he found himself helpless staring at her, he smiled, but his eyes betrayed after feeling that feeling he never wanted to show her. She was beautiful, but that feeling was giving him goosebumps that someone else would take her away from him just because he was not that person she wanted to be with. He chuckled sadly and closed his eyes. She is not mine. She's never gonna be mine. Suddenly his eyes opened and he realized it was a dream. But he sat up quickly, his heart racing in his chest. He took a deep breath and ran his hand in his hairs. But then he realized no matter how much he wants, reality felt cold. And that girl he wants was you. But you rejected him years ago when you both were in high school. You stood in the front of the kitchen, slamming the pot into the stove harder than you can. In your hand was chopping veggies in anger. Hey, take it easy, girl. What happened? Why so angry? You didn't look at her and your eyes were fixed on the chopping board. Amor was calling me. He said you was ignoring him. Is everything is alright? You quickly looked at her. Don't say his name in the front of me. She frowned in confusion. Ryan, are you hiding something from me? You took a deep breath and shook your head. Come on, you can share with me. I want to go back to my home. Am I dreaming? You want to go back to home, to your city? Yes, I want to go back. And why you said you don't want me to say Amar's name in the front of you? I... You what? She frowned, but when she saw your shaking hands, she pulled you with her out of the kitchen. She pulled the chair and made you sit on it. Sit here. Calm down. And now tell me what happened. Tears falling down from your eyes and you started sobbing. Why you were crying? Hey, look at me. She pulled up your jaw and made you look at her. What happened? Tell me. Yesterday when I went for grocery I found a girl. She was scared. She was actually new in the city. She asked me to use my phone to call her boyfriend. So, she tells me about she was engaged with him from years. She even showed me her engagement ring, but he came to this city for his studies, and now she got shifted in this city for him. And now they are together, but he's behaving little strange. And when she dialed his number, it was Amor's number. You caught him red-handed. I just left from there after she called him. She hugged you when you cried. It's okay, don't cry. For a man like him, he don't deserve you. Thank God I never tell about him to my family. Dad was always right. I'm a stupid girl who knows nothing. Every person can use me like a tissue paper like he did. He won't be happy if he ever hurts you. I don't care if he would be happy or sad, but I did wrong with my family just because of him. I betrayed them for him. I lied to them for a person like him. Few days later, afternoon, Jungkook just came back and then he got a call. He knows his phone is ringing, but still he take off his coat and throw his phone on the couch and went upstairs to take a shower without even looking at his phone screen for once. And he came back after an hour. As he turned on the TV and sat on the couch, his phone rang again. He rolled his eyes and picked up his phone from the couch, but he got a little shocked seeing the caller ID. When's Dad? Why, he's calling me. He picked up the call. How are you, Jungkook? I'm good, Uncle. Actually, I need your help if you have time. Uncle, you are like my father. Come on. I want you to pick Wyan up from the airport. His eyes widened as he heard your name. Wyan? Yeah, Wyan. She's coming tomorrow. He frowned. After 5 years, you are coming back to your home. Like it was little hard for him to believe. Oh, what time does her flight landed? She'll be landed at 5 p.m. Could you please pick her up? Yeah, why not? They hang up the call, but Jungkook's heart skipped a beat after thinking to see you after years. He looked at his wristwatch and he got frozen. It was 4 p.m. He quickly got up, he grabbed his jacket and his car keys and walked out. Next day, Jungkook arrived at the airport. He was waiting for you. He tucked his hand in his pockets and soon he saw people coming out of the arrival gate. But most of the girls are staring at him, no doubt. हमारा जंगकुक है ही इतना handsome, हर कोई फिदा हो जाए उस पे. He took out his phone from his pocket and just then someone pat on his shoulder. He frowned, and as he turned back, his breath got stuck in his throat. He almost got lost in your eyes. Long time no see. How are you, Jungkook? Jungkook is your father's friend's son. I'm good, and you? I'm good too. Well, let's go. He tried to grab your bag, but you said, it's okay, I can handle. You don't have to. Give it to me. He grabbed that bag from your hand. Thank you so much. No need. He spoke without even looking at you. You sat beside him in the car. And when you spoke, so how's your wife? He chuckled. I'm single. You're Jaro. Jungkook, last time when we met, you said you are going to confess to that girl you love. She was not mine. She already had a boyfriend. Oh, well, it's okay, don't be sad. I was not even sad when you rejected me. You looked at him, but he quickly changed the topic. Well, how's Amor? How you know about him? 2 years ago when we met, I went to Busan. You told me to drop you in the front of his house. We met 2 years ago, remember? Oh yeah, I remember. So how's him? He is cheating on me. Is? Yeah, and I don't have courage to face him. I just want to get married. I never want to go back to Busan. Are you in your senses? What are you saying? You looked at him. Yeah, I am in my senses, and I already told my appa that I'm ready to marry any guy he has chosen for me. He unlocked his seatbelt and turned to you. Ryan, have you lost your mind? It's just because he cheated on you? Okay, fine. Now tell me, how will you spend your whole life with a person whom you don't love? You bring your face just near his face. That's none of your business. He grabbed your elbow and pulled you closer. He closed all the distance because you're getting married to me. Flashback. Today, after the meeting. Jungkook, I want to talk to you. Yes, Dad. He pulled the chair just near his father. You are getting married. He rolled his eyes. Dad, I don't. To Ryan. Jungkook's eyes widened when he heard your name. What are you saying? Her father talked to me about it and I don't want to hear no. This marriage would be great for our families and our business. What if I don't want then? Then her father marry her with David? For God's sake, he's just a playboy. Who cares? Her father is just thinking about his business. I don't think Wine is ready for this relation. She is the one who wants to get married. With that person her father chosen for her. I can't believe. I know she had a boyfriend then. Why she is doing that? Back to the story. Don't do this. Have some mercy on yourself. You stay silent and then stare at Jungkook. I don't know how much about you, but it's been 2 weeks. I'm trying to forget a person like him, and now I really don't have any feelings for him. And I want to start my life again. I want to be happy like I used to be, so please don't reject me. Do you have any feelings for me? You looked at him. Do you love me? Jungkook, it's not like he cut your words. I'm sorry, but I can't marry you until you really love me. I can't pull a girl with me who don't have any feelings for me. What are you saying? I don't want to you until you really want it, until you want to feel it. That's it. The end. मैंने वैसे अपनी लाइफ में कभी ऐसी एंडिंग नहीं लिखी, but what can I do now?